Hello and welcome back. I'm so glad that you decided to always come back. It makes me so happy, and I've been wanting to talk to you. I've wanted to talk to you today like crazy. First, how is my favorite human? That is great, and I'm so glad to hear that. Please, if you would please, if you would like and subscribe wherever you listen to this broadcast, that would be amazing. But moving on, I have been doing a new thing, and I think you humans call it yoga. And I love it so much. The stretch, the pull, well, you get the point. Have you ever did yoga before? Either way, I'm glad to be doing it because it makes me feel so good. I feel like the more that I do it, the better I get connected to my body. And it keeps everything limber. You can't beat that. The other things I have been doing is a thing called meditation. This is the most amazing thing I have ever felt. Even more amazing than yoga. Even though they are tied close to each other. Have you ever tried meditating? Again, either way, I think that you can just simply not have enough of it in your life. In a way, you can kind of say that it keeps you balanced. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, by the way, speaking of balance, I have a story for you. Do you want to hear it? I am so glad. I was hoping you would say that, because nothing in the world makes me more happier than making you happy. And by that I can tell you a story, and I hope that it makes you happy, and that would make me very, very happy. So anyway, I must focus. So there we go. Since every great story starts with once upon a time, that is where I will start. So once upon a time, there was 3 little pigs. Sounds a little familiar, don't it? But really bear with me. I want you to hear my version of these really little animals. I have had a chance to talk to them personally. And when I get the chance, I will have them in this very lab to tell you all about their many adventures, besides the most famous one that you know, which, if I am correct, it may be translated a little bit wrong, which when it originally came to birth. So please, bear with me and listen to my story. I think that you'll love it. So, anyways, let's get back to the story. So, there once was 3 little pigs, and they all had their separate strengths. When they grew up, they couldn't agree on almost anything, including whose tail was curlier. Mine is in the shape of a helix, one would say, and it is mathematically better. Well, mine is stronger than yours, and any tail you have ever seen. Look at it. And the last little pig would say yes, but mine is gifted in ways that you couldn't believe even if you wanted to. Now, none of the 3 little pigs were long, and Mama tried to tell them that all the time, but they would not listen. She would tell them that if they worked together, they would be able to conquer anything they wanted to do. This is a good reason why these pigs did not get along. The reason is because they all thought differently. And that is okay, but we have to be able to accept other people's differences and other people's mindsets. So let me lay out the 3 little pigs for you and tell you a little bit about them. So the first little pig's name is Mindy, sometimes pronounced Vindy. I so much apologize. Mindy. She is the smartest pig you have ever met. She studies every single day, and she loves nothing more than doing homework and learning new things. With all this time learning new things about science, math, and whatever else she is trying to learn, there is not much time to do anything else. This is something that the 3 little pigs all had in common. They didn't make time for anything else except for the one thing that they really liked to do. The second little pig, his name was Buddy, sometimes pronounced Bobby, but he likes to be called just Baba. But that is from most people. I am special because he doesn't mind me calling him Buddy. He is the strongest of the Vigs, and was always able to help Mama lift things up she needed to be lifted, including the pestiest pickle jar. He was able to open it on a dime and would do it every single time. He hit the gym all the time, and he always learned new things, but he only learned new things about what he wanted to learn about, and that consisted of food and how to take his body to the next level. Now, we get to the third pig. The last little pig, but definitely not the least little pig. So, the third little pig's name is Spirit, sometimes pronounced Starina, but because I am the best doctor in town, she doesn't mind if I just call her Spirit. She is a special one. She is a gifted one in many different ways I cannot even explain to you. She studies the spiritual world, and she is the most valuable person, or should I say Vig, that you will ever meet or ever know. But here's the problem. That is only if she leans on all her gifts. She doesn't try to do better, and she doesn't try to learn anything different or new. She just relies on things like gut feeling. So, now that you know a little bit about them, let me continue on with the story. So, one day, these three little Vigs had to move out, and they all three had to build a house, because they needed some place to live, of course. Now, Mindy did all kinds of research before she started, and she made sure to have the best of things, like the best of the security systems she could have, because she heard about the wolves, just like every little pig that wanted to guard themselves against being eaten by the big bad wolf. And so, because she did not want that to happen, she installed the best security system that she could. The second little pig, Buddy, built his to be stronger than any other house on the market, and made sure he was able to defend it whenever he was in trouble. Now the third little pig, the last little pig, but remember, not the least little pig, Spirit, built her house exactly the way that she's seen it in her head. No rhyme, no reason. It was not the smartest built house or the strongest built house, but it was definitely the most interesting. So, soon the houses were built, and soon that the day came that Mama said it is moving day. It came very quick, and Mama was excited to see what her baby Vigs could do out in the wild. They weren't the only ones excited though, because the big bad wolf was excited as well. The one and only big bad wolf. The one with teeth and hair and even a belly button. But don't ask me how they know, alright? Just listen to the story. So anyway, he was ready as soon as they moved out. And that very night, the big bad wolf leaped out of his house and to the first pig's house, Mindy's. The smartest of the three pigs. Now the pig seen the big bad wolf, and she used her escape shuttle to get out of Dodge right before he got to her bedroom. Although it didn't save her house, her smarts had saved her life. Her escape hatch flew her to the only place the little Vig always felt safe, back to her mommy pig's house. Now, when the wolf realized he had been outsmarted, he went to the next little pig's house. And he took one look at the house, and he noticed how strong Buddy had built the house. He thought for a minute. He thought that he built it so strong that he could not get in. But he said, hold on. I can look for the weak spot and walk right in. He will never see me coming. And that is exactly what the big bad wolf did. It didn't take him long to find a low window that Buddy unfortunately forgot to lock. So he crawled right through. He snuck to the Vig's bedroom, and to his surprise, the little pig was not there. He walked around the house until he came to the gym. In the gym, there was the little pig. The pig flexed his muscles. The wolf growled. The pig pushed him down and ran right past him to the only place that he felt safe, back home to his mommy. The wolf, realizing that he was overmatched, did not give chase, but went to the next little Vig's house. At the third Vig's house, Spirit, he knew that all he had to do was try to make it into her mind, because he knew that she was just relying on her gifts to build her house. With that being said, he thought hard, and he realized, wait, she's not going to build the strongest house, and she's not going to build the smartest house. So I can do what I do best. I can huff, and I can puff, and I can blow the house right down. And this is where the story you have heard gets its miscommunication. Anyway, he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house down. Out came the little Vig, and he gave chase. He chased the Vig all the way to Mama's house. As soon as the little Viggy disappeared inside the house, the wolf stopped dead in his tracks, and he turned around. The three little pigs did not understand. Mama, why did he not try to come in here? This house is very old and very rickety, said Buddy. He could have just blown it all down on all of us. What do you see in this room, Spirit? She said. Family. Buddy, what do you see that made the wolf turn around? We got him outnumbered, said Buddy. Last but not least, she asked, Mindy, what do you see in here? All of us together, we could outsmart him. Every single one of your answers are right. He's seen all of them things. You guys each have your own strengths. But along with them strengths, they expose weaknesses in the other two areas, and them can be easily taken advantage of. But if all three of you work together in perfect harmony, there is nothing in this world that can hold you back. This was simply a test. A test I'm glad you guys all made it out safe and healthy. You guys returned to here, and you came to unison and have seen what the power of a little piggy can do when there is three little Viggies. All three little baby pigs burst into tears, and they hugged their mama. You see, this story teaches us a very strong lesson about ourselves. We fully nurture our mind and our body and our spirit all the time, but we have to do them all together. If we do them all together, there is nothing in this world that can overtake us. Life problems would have no power over us. Have a great night, and don't forget to uplift, empower, and to always enlighten. Thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you come back again. Thank you very much, my little human. Have a good night.